I'm a whiskey nerd. She's a social sipper. We're both completely blind. We have no idea what is in either one of these glasses, but we're going to give you our most honest and unbiased opinions on what we're sipping.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. If you're new here, we are husband and wife. Me more of the whiskey nerd, Erin more of the social sipper, and like I said in the intro, we are completely blind. You already know what these pours are, but we have no clue in the world what we're drinking, but we're going to give you our most unbiased opinion because we literally can't be influenced by labels or price tags or anything like that. These have been drawn at random from our blind sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbon and rye matchups, most of which are paired together for one reason or another to make this an interesting video. Otherwise, why would we be doing it in the first place?
Good question.
Or it could be something to put us completely on our heels, a curveball as we call them. Let's go ahead and get into the first glass on the nose.
Okay. There's something a little like funky and sour on this one.
Funky, bready, vapory, alcohol vapory.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this at the moment.
It doesn't actually sting my nostrils, it stings my eyes. My eyes started watering like I was cutting an onion.
It kind of smells like somebody walked into a room who maybe smells like an onion. Kind of.
You know that.
Like there's a humanness to the onion.
That John, he's a nice guy, but boy, he smells like an onion.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
Like maybe you've cut an onion and then you've got onion on your hands.
Yep, I'll go with you there.
Okay.
Let's get this on the palate.
It tastes better than I thought. I still don't know if I like it. It's kind of dry.
Really? My radar is going off.
Yeah, it's not sweet.
It tastes like a funky rye.
There's like hardly any sweetness. Also, I have like a rogue hair. It's bothering me.
You have rogue hairs everywhere.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you have such long, lustrous hair. Just goes everywhere. Also, bobby pins.
I wouldn't know.
I lose bobby pins like every day.
Man, okay. You can't trust that first sip.
Yeah.
We did warm our palates up with a pour prior to doing this video. However, that doesn't mean anything when you walk into something like this.
Yeah.
Let's get another one.
Man, I feel like you kind of turned me on to a little bit more sweet things.
Really? I'm actually getting a lot of sweetness off of this.
I'm not getting much. I like it better on the second sip. I will say that. That's all I have right now. I'm going to need more time with it to get any more thoughts.
Yeah, as far as notes go, that one's really throwing me for a loop. I mean, it kind of tastes like a funky rye, but it could be craft bourbon. It has this bready, corny kind of sweetness thing going on with it, which is why I'm thinking maybe more craft bourbon than rye.
Feels maybe proofy too.
It's got some proof on it, yeah.
Like it's
The
lingering.
the finish is sticking around. There's a little hint of like a cherry candy sweetness on the very
Ooh,
back end
I'm not getting
underneath
that at all.
everything. But it seems like it's got some oomph and some power.
I might need to water this down.
Yeah, a little bit before we get into the second glass. I'm
Just
not
a smidge.
going to let the water taint me on the second glass. I'm going to get the second glass on the nose.
This smells similar to the first glass, but without whatever funk was on the first glass.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's got more of like a cardboard woodiness to it.
There's like a yeastiness, but it's like a cardboard woodiness, and then there's not that oniony vibe.
Yeah, it kind of smells like you're in a room with a lot of cardboard, and also there are strawberries in a bowl on the table, and you're kind of getting a little bit of the smell of the strawberry juice. Yeah, and actually as the first glass was lingering around a little bit there before we got into this one, probably more strawberry candy than cherry candy on the first glass as well.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's get this one on the palate.
This tastes more like straw.
Yeah, straw's a good note. I'll go with you there.
It tastes more like straw than I anticipated it would.
Yeah. To me, this is not as sweet as the first glass on first sip.
Yeah.
But it also, again, the funk is dialed back, but it seems like it doesn't quite have as much going on as the first glass, at least on first sip.
I agree. Let's take a second sip.
Let's get another one.
Okay, I don't know if I like this one as much as the first one, but I don't know if I don't. I'm a little confused. I need more time with these guys.
Yeah, I think the second one, by the way, the finish on the second one is sticking around. More rye spice on the back end, although the more and more I taste these, the more I think there might be craft bourbon rather than rye.
Interesting.
The first glass seems to be a little bit more sweet and funky. The second glass seems to be a little bit more in the vein of earthy and oaky. Very interesting matchup because experience-wise, they seem to be on equal footing. It's just which flavor do you prefer?
They're definitely different flavors. I don't know if I'm getting sweetness in any of them, but I need more time to see.
Yeah, we're going to do that now. We're going to take some time off camera, figure it out, come back with any new findings that we have, as well as our preferences and our rankings. See you in a second. Boy, oh boy, we got a doozy on our hands. What do you think about these? Did you find anything new? How are you feeling?
There's no new news to report here. However, that being said, I do think I preferred glass 1 because it feels proofier, and I'm just feeling like in a proofy mood today.
Okay. Interesting. You feeling a little spicy?
I'm feeling a little spicy, yeah.
Okay. For me, by the way, I will say for me, things did change a little bit. All the notes stayed the same, but everything just got more clear. So glass.
What clarity did you ascertain?
So starting with glass 2, I got more woodiness and more nuttiness on glass 2.
Okay.
And earthiness through that. And then on the first glass, just fruit and funk, like fruit syrup and funk, like the fruit's almost turning a little bit. And it's, very, very interesting. Glass 1 was a little more oily, had a little bit better of a finish.
Yeah.
The gnat's back. All right, guys, we got a rogue gnat in here, okay?
Yeah.
We're doing our best with this thing. As I was saying, the first glass is more oily, has a better finish. Glass 2's fine, it's good, but I do prefer glass 1, personally speaking. It's not particularly close to me. As far as what I think something like this would cost, I don't know.
I feel like glass 1
bucks?
is pretty high proof, so maybe high age. I don't know. It's kind of funky, though. It does have that sour. It's not so sour that it's off-putting, but it's sour enough where you're like, I don't know. You know, it just makes you question your life choices a little bit.
I'm saying I think they're probably around $50 to $100 because I'm thinking about higher proof craft. Ratings. We didn't do ratings. What are your ratings?
Oh, I'm going to give them a thumbs up for now.
Both of them?
Both of them, actually. They're different. We'll see what happens when I find out how much they cost.
Yeah, price could change it, but I'm going to stay. I'm going to go thumbs up on glass 1 and just okay on glass 2. Actually, I'll go thumbs up on both of them. Okay. But I do prefer glass 1.
Yeah,
so
same.
We'll see if the price changes that or not. Okay. In our pool, glass number 1 is number 39. What's the price?
$70.
Hey, I said 50 to 100.
Yeah.
And realistically, 50. When I say 50 to 100, I'm hedging a little bit. I really want it to be 50 to 75. Yeah. So we're good there.
I feel like that's a fair price.
Thumbs up.
If that is findable for sure.
I'm saying thumbs up. The sweetness there, it got sweeter as I sipped it. The funk kind of fell in line. You got to be ready for that funk going into it. But if you're ready for that, it's pretty unique and really good. Yeah,
and I feel like, I don't know why, but I am willing to pay more for higher proof things. Is that... Do they charge more for higher proof things?
Usually, yeah. Okay. And it's a personal preference thing. Yeah. But yeah, higher proof means that they're not watering it down as much, which means the whiskey doesn't go as far, which means they don't have as much to sell. So they have to charge more for what they do sell so that they can make their money. So.
But I feel like you get more bang for your buck. Okay.
Yeah. Glass number 2 is number 40. What's the price there?
Also $70.
Oh, okay. I don't think either of them are bad buys. I just personally would prefer the flavor profile on glass 1. However, if you're somebody that really likes Jim Beam products, like, your Knob Creek, your Old Granddad 114 and things like that, you might prefer glass 2.
Does it strike you as something similar to that? That flavor
It seems like a craft version of a Jim Beam product. Yeah. It leans towards that flavor profile.
So I think I'm actually going to have to go just okay on this one for $70, just because the flavor isn't exactly what I want for $70. If it was like $40, I'd probably stay thumbs up. I don't have to have it at 70. Okay. But I would like a bottle of whatever glass 1 is.
All right. Let's find out what we're drinking. I cannot wait to find out.
You want to find out what glass 2 is first?
Yeah, let's find out glass 2, the one we did not prefer as much.
Redwood Empire Lost Monarch
Cask strength.
Hold on. We'll have to turn it this way.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cask strength.
Yeah. Glass number 1 is?
Oh, hold on. Glass number 2 is 117.2 proof.
That checks out.
Okay. Glass number 1, which is number 39. Redwood Empire Emerald Giant Cask strength.
It is a rye.
And this is lower proof. It's 116.4. It drinks like a 120 something proof to me. And these are both thanks to Bill and Kavanaugh, so thank you guys.
And I think we have Lost Monarch Is it Lost Monarch?
Lost
Lost Monarch. I think we have a bottle of this that was given to us.
Oh.
People have been wanting Redwood Empire on the channel for a hot minute, especially the cask strength stuff.
Today's your day.
Lost Monarch is a bourbon rye blend, a burr rye.
Okay, that's the last two?
Yes, and Emerald Giant is just a straight rye. And as far as I know, this is their stuff, not sourced. $70. The value's there if you want to try something a little different. And I would say that both of these are a little different.
They are.
They're close to legacy distillery profiles, but just different enough to be interesting.
Yeah, I didn't pick up a weird crafty note. When I say crafty note, I'm usually referring to like a barnyard smell or taste. I didn't get barnyard on either of these. So kudos to Redwood Empire for that.
I did get a crafty note, that kind of craft corn forward note on both of these, but it wasn't off-putting at all. It was kind of interesting, other than the fact that John smells like onions, like an onion. It's even almost more offensive if you smell like a single onion versus onions in general.
Onions.
Onions.
Oh, did you ever watch that guy, the Creole, the Cajun chef?
No.
Like,
I just made that up. I didn't know that.
Oh.
I didn't make it up. You know what I mean.
I grew up in New Orleans in first grade, and there was this chef on like the television that would like make gumbo and stuff.
Where they keep chefs on the
yeah.
TV?
And he was like this old Cajun guy, and it was cool. And he would say
go,
like,
onion.
onion.
Okay.
I need to Google that and see who that was.
These are very interesting pours. Redwood Empire cask strength, doing some good things. I think now the only one we haven't had is the whatever the bourbon is, which I think is the bottle that we actually got from the annual meetup. And we have samples of these from various people. So anyways, super interesting head to head. Hopefully you glean something from it. Honestly, based on our notes, if these are two bottles that interest you, I'd go back, listen to what we said. If you like something that is more of a bourbony, Jim Beamy type of profile, you like Knob Creek 9-year, definitely grab the Lost Monarch cask strength. Although I think I prefer the non-cask strength Lost Monarch to the cask strength. Personally, a little bit more sweet, and I like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly. And then glass number 1, the
Sometimes.
Emerald Giant. It is a rye, but it is very sweet, and I think there's something in there, if you don't mind funkiness, there's something in there that I think bourbon lovers could really enjoy as well. And if you like rye, you owe it to yourself to try it, I think.
Yeah.
So, very interesting head-to-head. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you're only going to get more of these honest opinions in your feed or whatever YouTube's doing these days, however they're showing you things.
Yep.
And if you're looking for the best dang bourbon community on planet Earth, you owe it to yourself to check out our Patreon community, full of amazing people. $3 a month gets you in to Discord. We have a blast over there.
At minimum, you guys should be in the Discord.
Yeah.
Because there's like the coolest people over there.
Well, at minimum, if you're interested in barrels that we go and pick from distilleries and put our stamp on, you should at least sign up for the free tier. So it costs you nothing every month. So at a minimum, that would be the bottom line.
Okay. Fair.
But $3 gets you the community plus access to some of our barrel picks if they make it down that far. And then as you go up in the tiers, you get more priority access to our barrel picks. And you should check out stuffandwhiskey.com if you like shirts like this, glassware like this, some of Erin's cozy creations over there. She's got a little gift section on the website now.
Sometimes I have some creative energies that have to get out, so we're putting it over on our website. It was on Etsy. It might still be on Etsy, but I don't know yet. So it's over on our website too.
Video description below. All those links are there. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for joining us for some pours.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Be good to each other, y'all. And until next time,
cheers. Man. Redwood Empire coming through.
That definitely drank like it was in the 120 somethings.
Yeah, I would buy a bottle of this for real. Thumbs up.
The emerald something or another.
Emerald Giant, yeah.
I like the color emerald, so I would buy it because I like the color.
That would draw you in. The label's
into
really
my
pretty.
green era right now. Oh, there's a gnat in here.
Where?
Right there. You see it?
Did I get him?
I don't know. I don't see how you missed him.
The double, triple tap him.
You're so weird. I love you.
Oh, that was about to go in my drink.